Good morning, everyone. Laborio Godino here with this week's edition of the KSPNtv Sports Center. Our goal is to create a hyper-local sports center that will have regular updates on local high school sports as the season begins in August. For now, we do have the Conejo Oaks baseball team playing in the California Collegiate League with the home field at CLU. We have been live streaming their summer games since 2010, and today we are thrilled to have once again Coach David Solis as our guest. Good morning, Coach.
Morning. Thanks for having me on again.
So we want to talk about how last week went for you. You guys had a number of games, so you want to talk about those games?
Sure. Over the last since we last spoke last week, outside of one game, the team's been actually playing very well. We can talk about playing, and then we can talk about the results, and then which are two separate things there. But we've played very well. I'm very pleased with how we're playing over the last week in terms of the play on the field. The results, last two nights, or last two games, anyways. Like I said, outside of one game, where we didn't quite get the play that I had mentioned before. But last night was a tough one-run loss. Sunday was a tough one-run loss. We battled back on Sunday against a very good Santa Barbara team. And so right now we find ourselves in a position to where we need to continue to play well at the same time to get the results we're looking for moving forward this week. But over the last week, I'm pleased with the play, the results. We're hoping for a better result this week, but nonetheless, the guys are still coming to the field. 30 some games into the summer, still coming to the field and working hard and trying to win every game.
Yeah, you guys still have 5 games to go. So you want to talk about the playoff picture now? You guys
Sure.
are 7 games back from first place, but like you said before, you guys don't need to get first place in order to be in the playoffs.
Right. Right now, our number is 1.5. We're 1.5 games back of a playoff spot, and with 5 games left, I guess the good thing is we still control our own destiny if we're able to string together a couple good wins this week. We will find ourselves in a position at the end of the week to make the playoffs. We are playing. I believe later on this week we do play the two teams that we're chasing, and we're 1.5 back of both Orange County and San Luis Obispo, and we do play them later on this week. So the good news is we play the teams we're chasing. We're not chasing that far behind, but at the same time, we do need to, like I said, we've been playing. I think we've been playing pretty well in the last couple of days. We just need to find that result that we're looking for, and hopefully make up the 1.5 games over the next 5 to find ourselves in the playoffs next week.
Yeah, and you want to talk about how this season overall, happy are you with how it's been going?
Sure. When the guys come together, when we all come together for the first time in June, the first day speech is usually, revolves around what they can expect over the course of the 7, 8 weeks that we're going to be together, the number of games we're going to play, and the expectations we have for them in terms of, or the expectations and goals we have for the players. So, the first day speech is usually the same every year because our philosophy or my philosophy hasn't changed. Number one, we're centered on player development. Our goal, our motto is if we can help your player go back to your program a little bit better, that's what we're here for. So we to that point, we do a lot of things that are hopefully centered around each individual player getting a little bit better. So that way, when they go back to their school, they can take away 1 or 2 or 3 things that will help improve their play, in turn help their school uh, achieve the victories that they're shooting for. And two, let's not, we're out to try to win baseball games. And so, when you put a uniform on, you try to win a baseball game. So our goals are one, player development, and two, winning baseball games. So in that respect, am I pleased with where we're at? Absolutely. So success is not always measured by the wins and losses. We've had a very successful summer. We're hoping to finish it off here and get that playoff push. But regardless, this if we do, next Tuesday, next week's interview will be the same. It has been a successful summer from the standpoint of the guys coming to the field, preparing every single day, working tirelessly, coaching staff working tirelessly to help our players get better. In an ideal world, we would have everything I just mentioned in terms of getting better and win every game, right? So, but when you play baseball, when you play any sport, so that just doesn't happen. But in for what we're trying to accomplish in the 7-8 weeks we have these players, up until now, I've been very pleased.
Yeah, I think that's, if there's anything you'd like to add.
No, just looking forward to these last 5 games in terms of where we stand. We are in a position to where we're still playing for something, and if we can, hopefully get the results we're looking for this week. Hopefully next week our conversation is going to be centered around the playoffs.
Yeah, hopefully we have a little bit of a, I guess, a study session of the other teams. So yeah. Yeah, so
Absolutely.
we hope you enjoy this new episode. We hope to bring you this next week with us knowing that the Caneo Oaks are making the playoffs. I hope you guys enjoy this show. My name is Laborio Godino, and we are out.
Thank you.